What's up? So yeah, it's Stephen here again. Another day working on the WRX. So it's been a few weeks. It had been a few weeks since I'd done anything with the car. So I've had the car over a month now, and I hadn't really done much with it the first few weeks. And then last week, me and one of my friends did quite a good bit of work. Fixed the crack on this side. We filler the cracks underneath on the bumper. There's a big crack here, so it's all been plastic welded. That was a pretty interesting process. It's got a lot, I want to see if I can push that back more, but it was really hard. I'm not expecting this to be perfect, it's just kind of a stopgap. I'd say there was probably a good, like almost centimeter of gap where the headlight was pushed all the way in, so we haven't got it perfect yet. This should line up and this gap should be eliminated. I'm just using a light hammer. We tried using a strap, it didn't really work. I have a new idea this morning of how I might be able to just such a small amount on the lower bracket, which is causing it, because when the bumper got hit, that bracket got pushed back, and it's actually a lot harder to bend than I would have ever expected, because I feel like in a lot of other cars the bumper and headlight brackets are quite easy, but in this it all kind of bolts together, so probably able to show you that when the bumper is off. So yeah, bumper's off now. As you can see, there's visible damage here on the bottom of the wing, the fender as they call it in North America, and this bracket here, which is basically it kind of triangulates and is really strong. So we managed to move it out pretty much where it needs to be. I found some extra pieces. This piece was missing, so I was planning on buying a clip for this. I still need to because that's so loose, but this will help us mop it up. So basically the headlight bolts into the fender, and then that was all tweaked in, which was making the headlight want to go over, but then this main bucket or whatever you call it mounts into like the chassis essentially, which also places the fender, which means that if you're doing something like this, you want to use whatever panel is correct. So in this case it was the hood, the bonnet. You see we've got it pretty close, and so the tabs are broken on the top here, so this is not actually like fully in yet, so we still have adjustments, so I want to get everything right before we do that. And then the other work that we did was we fixed up the cracks in the bumper with plastic weld. So hey, I've been working on this for probably close to 2 hours now. Definitely gotten this gap a lot better. Okay, so I'm back at the car. Took a break for a couple hours, but I was doing something else with the house. Got this pretty good. So there's still no tabs on it, so you can see there's quite a bit of an adjustment. This is a sort of kink out in the wing that's really hard to correct it, but I'm pretty happy with it for now. There's a dent in it, so you're just going to either dent it one way or the other. So yeah, everything is now tight, pretty much. There's still a gap in the bumper that needs to be trimmed. There's a little bit of trimming to do, and I need a new clip. I'm just using clips that I have. Hopefully a new clip will help, and that's going to be tricky to get perfect. The fender is still a little bit kicked in, and there's kind of actual body work that needs to be done to make it 100%. Same with this. I need to straighten that out, but I want to get the headlight just mounted, done, and then I'm going to move on to like making more stuff. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I got this JB Weld plastic welder. Hopefully it works good. I'm just going to glue them on, heat gun, let them dry for whatever time. Then I'm going to take the headlight off and like really put it on there. Then I also need to make the third one, but as of right now I think it's going to be fine with just two. Not sure if I'll get the third one done today. That might be another thing down the road. Just really want to get the kind of cracks touched up and just have the car looking as good as I can get it for now, and then just focus on mechanical for the next while. So yeah, wish me luck with gluing these on. I'll let you know how it goes. So yeah, the tabs are just glued on there, spaced out with the cardboard, drying up. Just kind of busying myself with other stuff while I wait for those to dry. Just put a little bit on, and then I really want to pack it on and plastic weld it from the back if I can. This side skirt was pushed. See, is it still? All the kind of clips were bent, so just had to go ahead and unflip them all. And some of the I guess where it got bad will be on the back. I'm not sure, but some of those are still a little crooked, but yeah, I'm not going to take it off and straighten those out because you know it's on there now. This is loose, so the clip's missing there. Have to do that, but yeah, there's lots of small bits and pieces for doing on this car. It's just one of those things where somebody just didn't really care. Like this, when we go around it, you find more scuffs. It's getting pretty dusty now. It's getting a little, yeah, like there, the bumper, rear bumper. A lot of that should come out. So probably going to leave a lot of that though until after the engine's done. Like the car full buff. So unless I decide to sell it before that, but we'll see. We'll see how today goes. That's going to be one of the deciding factors. Car's starting to look, you know, better, all kind of better and worse, but this is not in its final place. But the headlight is actually found it pretty good. Need to address this. I'm actually really happy with how this is coming out. So I use more of JD Weld plastic filler to like really just fill in the spots. And yeah, I'm gonna start sanding that down. And then gonna hit it with like the icing. So glazing putty. I'm not sure if I should have like normal body filler, but I didn't get any, so hopefully it works out. I'll get this one as well. These are really hard to get right when I was kind of doing plastic weld. I think if I was to go back, I would probably take some of the material out so that these would smelt up, and then allow me to like add in material again, because what's happened is, you know, we've got all these like high and low points. I'm gonna have to like, it's the bumper, the shape of the bumper is not going to be like perfect, like perfectly reformed. So, but it's pretty good for the kind of amount of money that's going to be spent on it. There's a lot of time, the least amount of time, not too much in the bumper, but like getting that headlight to work, not buying a new fender, bumper, all that stuff is, you know, it's been a lot of time, but it's a place, it's the kind of work I can get away with doing in a garage like this. Pulling the engine out, I think people would probably complain. And so yeah, I've been sanding for like 30 minutes, whatever. Pretty good. I haven't done like a bumper like this in a long time. This was like 17, having my brother out with his drift car, like a Cookie. He had like a Cookie front bumper on his drift car on his 180, because they're really strong because they're factory, much stronger than these newer bumpers. But what's cool about it is, I guess, hopefully I won't be like sanding out really deep scratches forever, but I went pretty aggressive, and like, because there's kind of profile differences, I'm actually kind of able to knock a lot of those down. Because I don't want to chat too long, because I've actually got the epoxy mixed up. I'm going to go in another pass on the low spots and any cracks that I missed. Go back up to the house for an hour, let that dry, make some dinner, and come back down and hopefully sand it. It should be sandable in an hour. Just took the bumper off because I actually have quite a few things left to do as well that can happen in parallel, so gotta get this going at least. Shaping it, I think I'm just gonna sand it first and start there, and then actually start trying to get the shape right. It's definitely kicked in quite a bit, so we'll do the best we can, but I don't want to put extra kinks in it, so I might just have to live with the kind of indentation that's on it, because you would have to go kind of just out here on that. Yeah, you're just not going to be able to do that, so I think I'm just going to kind of leave it as is and sand it up and kind of just laze it. There'll be a noticeable thing, like, but it's not going to be perfect. So I hit this with the 320, and then it looks better already. Well, I made some more progress. Doesn't really look like much, but converted the rust. Product's actually pretty cool. I was expecting the one that turns it light black, but this actually just turns it black silver. It smells terrible, but hey, it's working. And then I'm just gonna throw the bumper back on, put the tools away, go make some dinner. When I'm done with that, then it should be all dry. Yeah, got done with the plastic welds. Ran in some icing. Coming out really, really good. Probably should have got body filler. I realized that the icing is maybe a little soft for building up. Like it'll probably scratch quite easily. So just don't want to use too much of it, but hopefully it'll be fine. But up here on the headlight, probably too much for the application. So just gonna sand that down. Probably gonna use like a much lighter sandpaper than I use because I found it just when I use the 320 it just cut through it. So I go to like 6 as a kind of like finishing. So yeah, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to put another skim on, but I'm gonna try and get this painted soon. It'd be nice to have this looking better and finished up. So yeah, got the old headlight on. Looks terrible, but it's allowing me to just get that line better. Because like I said, there was a bit of a kink in here, but actually that's following that line pretty good now. So we're actually we might be good on that one. Two hands for most things, but getting there. Could use another small bit, but like I said, I'm not sure about building this up. You can almost rub it down with your hand. So yeah, we'll see. Kind of regretting not getting body filler, but you know, these things happen. So yeah, just got done sanding down the first layer of the icing. There's a glazing putty, got a low spot here, which makes sense. One or two bits that need to be filled in. A little low spot here where I'm trying to make up a big gap, so I'll make it filled, and a relatively big gap, and there's a mark here, and probably needs a little bit more there. And the headlight is coming out quite well. I'm going to put a little bit more on. That should be good on the next pass. Probably all of it will be good on the next pass. This bumper is really chipped up, so it really needs to just be fully painted, but I don't see the point in doing that with a rattle can. It's going to look worse. I'm going to wet sand the whole thing, see what that kind of does, and then touch up the scratches. I'm not going to fill these cracks because it's just going to be not to blend too much in like a really noticeable place, and I just think, yeah, it's probably just not going to hold up. I'm just going to see how this goes first before I spend a lot of time and money on paint. So yeah, I just got done with the paint. Came out okay. I mean, the color match is fine. Fortunately, I just didn't. I should have probably just. I saw there's definitely cracks coming through. That I could have filled in, but I couldn't prime where I was filling, and then I really just have a super limited time in here tonight, so it didn't come out probably how I would like, but not too bad. It's fine. It'll be fine for now. I think a new bumper is the only way if I keep it, so much better than it was, so again, I'm glad I didn't go messing with these. I think they're just going to look so much worse. Messing with this, it's just going to look so much worse. It didn't come out great in the paint, so yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it there for tonight. I left this clear brown for a reason, and then I kind of forgot about it when I took it off this side, but I was basically saying that if the color came out pretty bad, which it kind of did, well, the shine, the color came out fine, I could just re-clear brown, and then that would really kind of distract from the grade. So I might do that. I think I'm going to let this paint harden up for a long time because it just hasn't had time. I painted it I kind of prime painted it, and like you can see how dusty it is down here. This car's been here for 2 months, and it's like that. So even just having to dry here, not the best thing for it. Whereas the bumper was able to dry in a much cleaner location. So, anyways, that's where we're at. Gonna do like an assembly. Gonna put the good headlight back on. Got the battery charged up. Also got this charge speed style front lip. So I've been working away, just got the splitter lined up. Bumper actually looks quite well. Yeah, the lip is nice to touch. And then it's just weird having that lip when the bumper's so beat up, but it actually does over a lot of scratches and makes it look nice. So the headlight actually is coming out pretty good. Lined up decent. It's not perfect. There's more work to be done there, but I think it's gonna be quite rewarding actually. So I think what my strategy is gonna be here is to drill. It just comes with light stop tappers. I think I'm gonna drill it upside down, and then do the screws from the other side so that you can actually take it on and off the car. So bumper's done with the front lip. So what I did was I just drilled this way on this side, and I'm gonna flip them around. Just did it on the ends, butted it up. I think I put a little bit of strain on some of the cracks again. I'm not sure if that was just from flopping around. So we'll see. I'm gonna take these out. And yeah, so the plan is I probably won't put the bumper on fully. So I'm happy, yeah. Wow. I just popped the bonnet down there and holy shit. This here needs some work. I have ideas, the clip behind it is broken, that clip is broken. There's nothing that we could do. But given that nothing's been polished, that's just how it is. It's huge. Wow. That doesn't make me happier about buying the engine, because you're just like, shit, am I wasting a ton of money? Exactly, some stuff that could be adjusted a little. The headlight. This is still obviously not perfect, but considering what it was and kind of, yeah. So I actually wish I was going to grab the camera before I popped the bonnet. Really, when I popped the bonnet, my face just lit up. Yeah, I'm so happy with it. I'm going to just tidy up now. I can only imagine, once the car gets polished and all the dents get taken out of it, it's going to look pretty damn good. So, there's a primer grey mirror cap in my hand from a WRX. So, it's from the driver's side. The other side is silver. I actually have it. But it is, and it's like clear brad. So, obviously the other one got damaged. So I was thinking about painting it, but I know it's not going to come up very good. And the other side is perfect, and it's like I take the clear bra off it, it's probably going to be spotless. So I see a lot of them. I like the black. I think it's okay. I think I prefer the silver, but as of right now, I don't really want to spend money on things, like anything that I don't need to. So I have this. I really like this wrap. It's kind of a glitter ball, but not too super rice. A little rice, but not too bad. I did start out time lapsing and then realized that I really didn't know what I was doing. Watched a couple of videos. Actually saw a guy wrap it. 2015 STI mirror. So basically the main thing I learned was to start from this corner, and then I needed to put a lot more heat than I was putting in it and really stretch it over. He actually left it on the car, which had a lot of more leverage. It's not perfect. It's good enough for now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna kind of put it on the car, see how I like it. The other one done, just about to trim it up. Actually really enjoyed this. Kind of always knew it was something I would like and kind of get the hang of. towards the end I was really starting to get it, and mirrors are one of the hardest things I've heard, just because of all the angles. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I have like no problem like tackling a roof now. It was something that kind of seemed intimidating, but now I get it. So I know the roof is, you're gonna have plenty of chances. You'll need a little bit of help, but yeah, I mean it's not perfect for sure, but it's gonna look a lot better than mismatched mirrors, and it's gonna be just something a little bit funky. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna throw it on the car as soon as I can. So yeah, just put the mirrors on. Really easy to snap on. Definitely looks better than primer grey on this side.